So, Brie Larson's got a YouTube channel, and oh man, we're really gonna watch this. She basically wheels out this black person. It's one of many white celebrities where I see black pets with their white masters, and they wheel them out and they use them to get some kind of social credit, higher social credit score, so they can look like good people, look like they're helping a victim. But really, she strips the black woman in this video of all her dignity by making it out as if she has a kind of a shitty life in some way just because of her skin color. It's actually really weird reverse racism madness. If you want to see what I'm talking about, let's look at Brie Larson's YouTube channel. Yay. Man, this is going to be painful. All right.
Introduce yourself, please. I would love for you to introduce yourself.
Shut the fuck up, Brie. Okay, she's incredibly unlikable, this bitch. Let's see how much of this we can stomach. Take it away, baby.
Introduce yourself, please. I would love for you to introduce yourself how you would like to be introduced.
Okay, I'm gonna keep it short and sweet. Hi everyone, my name is Justina Makwa. I am a beautiful black woman and I am here.
Hi everyone, I'm Johnny Massacre. I'm a beautiful white man. What? I didn't say it, she did. That's a little bit X-Files. That's a little bit this is a mystery. Someone call Fox, Mulder and Scully to come and solve this case, because this lady, she's talking in riddles, racial riddles.
We're chatting with my new bestie, Brie Larson.
Hello everyone.
There's something disturbing about Brie Larson. Not that she's named after a piece of cheese, but there's some kind of maniacal look in her eye. She's got that serial killer girlfriend look. The kind of girl who'll snip off your meat and two veg just for giving her a dodgy look.
My shaky intro. So
see?
I was part of this campaign, #ShareTheMicNow on Instagram.
Oh my God! So she's part of the campaign #ShareTheMicNow. So I can guess what this is. It's give the microphone and give a bit of your privileged spotlight to some poor, helpless black person. So we're going to paint all black people as pathetic, and we're going to make it out as if black people can't achieve anything on their own, which is again stripping them of all their dignity. But hey, Brie, you know, in your weird secular Hollywood bubble, you've got to fill that existential vacuum with something to make yourself feel better.
I think it was a couple months ago. I was partnered up with this woman named Justina. She is absolutely incredible and has become a huge, powerful force in my life. We have committed to continuing our conversations. We do them offline, but we thought it might be nice to film one of our conversations. So here you are. Here it is. Much love. Bye.
Stop talking, bitch.
So for those that don't know how...
The lady on the right, that wig is very ill-fitting. It looks like she went to a Halloween shop and she said, right, I want to be the Wicked Witch for Halloween. And they said, well, you're already bald, so you're pretty fucking scary. That's pretty witchy. But come on, we all know witches have got that long, straggly hair. So how about the Michael Jackson costume, just the top part? There's your Halloween costume. Done.
We met. I guess we should start with that.
Yes. I mean, I feel like I've known you much longer. I think, what, it's been about 2 months there, give or take a little bit.
I don't expect this to last much longer, to be honest.
Essentially, we were both part of, I guess we can call it an inauguration, the inaugural Share the Mic. And essentially, we were two strangers that were paired together. The premise of... I
mean, that would be quite good for people in Hollywood, because I think they don't really get to connect with regular people and they might go a bit crazy in their isolation. But then again, when it's all predicated on race and skin color and you're setting all black people up as losers before you've even spoken to them, because they're all the same according to woke people, I don't really see how that's very helpful for anyone other than Cheese Larson, who it will just make her look like a good person because she's helping the poor black woman.
The initial campaign was for white women of prominence.
Oh my God, mate. Divide and conquer. Divide everyone up by race and gender. White people over here, black people over there, yellow people, not sure where to put you. We used to put you kind of closer to black people. We thought you were a little bit helpless, but statistics say you actually do quite well financially, generally in America. So we don't really know where to put you. Right? Yellow people go, just fucking go anywhere you like for now. Just get out of sight. And we're just going to divide you all up by color. And then what we're going to do is we're going to control you, because you're really easy to control, like, you know, like herds of animals, right? It will put you in your pen, and then you'll be nicely managed, and then when we whistle you come over, and then when we scream at you, you go back there, okay? And then that's it. We've achieved our goal of ultimate power.
To share their mic with lesser known Black women, and Brie and I happen to be partnered together. It feels good to be able to have someone to talk to about what's going on in the world, to be able to speak freely, to have open dialogue, and to, you know, to kind of pressure test all of the things that are happening.
There's just so
What are you talking about? You're so non-specific. I feel like I'm losing IQ points just by listening to this.
much going on in the world right now, so much coming to the surface, and it's just been incredibly, I just feel so grateful to know you and to be able to have had the conversations that we've had through this time. It's just, I love your mind so much. I love your heart. We just wanted to continue, for those watching, we just wanted to continue the conversation. That's just the simple thing. There's so much to read, to watch.
I would bang her though. She's actually not that bad. She's actually quite fit, let's be honest. She's got a face of wonderful symmetry and very nice gnashes. She's pretty hot in a kind of skeletal, androgynous way.
There's a lot happening on the internet, and there's a lot of ways to educate oneself, but
oh my god, mate, do you really go on the internet for your education? No wonder you're such a loony.
There's also this, and I think we want to
there's also the find a poor Black person and then wheel them out and then pretend I give a fuck thing, you know.
The conversations that we've been having and how we're kind of going about them, and finding common ground together, because normalizing conversations about race is also very, very important.
Well,
why do you have to talk about race all the time? Why can't you just talk about meaningful shit like your own existence and philosophy? And why does it always have to be about race? Don't you get anxious and shit, always worrying about race and what color people are? Fuck, imagine going around thinking about that shit all the time.
let's start out with, like, how are you feeling? What's been going on in your
the bulwark of any liberal psyche, the feels. How do you feel? Because liberals define themselves on their feelings. I can't wait for this shit.
world?
So,
oh man, oh god, brace yourselves for major nuclear cringe.
the honest answer is I feel inadequate a lot of the time. I feel anxiety sometimes. I feel very scared of hurting someone.
No wonder you're such a bitch. If you're always anxious, you're taking it out on other people. Sort it out, lady.
And
that's a little bit harsh, you know. People who have anxiety, I don't wish that upon anyone, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Brie she's a bit of a bitch. She is. She's always just bad-mouthing people, so I think she brings a lot of heat to herself.
yet I recognize that those feelings that I have can actually
Nicely trimmed eyebrows.
stop me from doing the very thing that
I love her! I love you, Brie! I've fallen in love with a feminist!
is what's needed to propel this movement and this new world that we're trying to step into.
Yeah, love is what's needed to propel this movement. The love of people smashing up the Seattle courthouse in the name of Black Lives. Man, this is... Come on, mate. Come on. Come on. All this race narrative, all this is doing is dividing us and causing riots and shit. Seriously, that's literally what's going on. That's so far from love. I don't think you're really helping by pushing this victim narrative, which is intrinsic to bloody revolution of Marxism. But anyways, I digress. Go on, Brie. Go on, darling.
To move forward.
Look, I think in this time, offering one another grace is.
But where's the grace? White people are treated like trash on a daily basis in the media. People are openly racist against white people now. White privilege, white people this, white people that. Hey, like, practice what you preach. What the fuck is this? This is lies.
It's truly important. I mean, I learned from you because you offer a perspective that I will never have.
How? How? Is it because she's white? What? Why would that change your perspective just because your skin is white? Is that what she's insinuating?
And I think that it's important that we recognize that. And there are going to...
It's all this tacit pussy. What are you trying to say? Like, what are you talking about? What are you talking about? You can't spit it out because it's going to sound probably racist and silly.
Be missteps. And I think that you have to be okay with essentially being honest to say, hey, I misstepped here. I wasn't aware.
Of what?
Of course, be cautious, but not to the point that it paralyzes you.
But all you're saying and all your liberal mates are, think about race 24/7. I've heard recently, and you'll know this if you've watched the show, that chess is racist, that classical music is racist, that numbers are racist, mathematics, everything is racist. I hear this every day. It's rammed down my throat. And we're being taught to obsess over race. There are big companies like Apple and whatever whose employees, especially white ones, are encouraged to admit their whiteness and how they're all closet white supremacists. And yet you're saying, be cautious, but not to the point that it paralyzes you. This is Orwellian doublethink, where it's basically cognitive dissonance. They're telling you you should think about race all the time, but not to the point where you think about it all the time. This doesn't make any sense. It's a contradiction to their philosophy. But yet they'll say it anyways because, well, they want to look like good people. They don't have a solid argument, so they just commit the sin of doublethink.
I think right now what we're seeing is this need to solve. And nobody is a subject matter expert in this space. No.
No. There are plenty of experts in this space, actually. But people like you definitely are not solving it with these kind of conversations because, yeah, I think you should be a little bit more honest. This doesn't feel intellectually honest. Have you actually learned anything in the last 4 minutes? It feels like we've been here for about 2 hours already because it's so dull. But really, if you just came out and were just a bit more honest and not so tacit in what you're saying, then I think you could actually achieve what you're aiming to achieve and set it out from the beginning. We are here to talk about what? All you've done is pussyfoot around it, and you're not really being clear what you're talking about because this looks like kind of propaganda for the liberal agenda. But anyways, let us speak.
And we're all going to make missteps. You know what I mean?
What are you talking about?
So
what misstep?
I think continuing to be a nice person, we cannot overlook that. We can't overlook.
But you can overlook people smashing shit, shining lasers in police officers' eyes and blinding them, and a Blue Lives Matter protester getting run over the other day. We can overlook those things, but don't overlook anything else, of course.
What we're doing right now is having conversations because that's important.
About what, though? About what? What? You're so wishy. See, all these celebs and lefties with their feels, it's so unclear what they want. It's just like they're emotional wrecks. They want to be relevant. They want to be current. And they're just emotional people. That's all I'm getting from this.
What we've done in the past generally is just kind of, oh, it's an uncomfortable conversation. I don't want to talk about it. I kind of know what happens.
What are we talking about, though? If you're so comfortable, tell me what the fuck you're talking about.
But it's taboo, and we need to remove that feeling, right? It's like, it's not taboo. It's real.
What isn't? What?
Let's talk about the things that happen, and let's talk about
what?
Forward.
What are you talking about? I wish they talked about Halo Infinite like this. Like, we got to fix it. We got to move forward. There's none of that. I think 343 and Microsoft need to get involved with Brie Larson's YouTube channel.
I feel the pull.
Her pupils are so dilated. She's so aroused. She's clearly a very neurotic person. Keep it going, babe.
We talked about this. It's like,
oh man, here we go. Go on, science the shit out of it, Brie.
Getting so burnt out.
Man, she's having a breakdown. What? She's anxious. She's freaking out. She's burned out. I mean, I would be as well if I was part of bullshit meetings like this. It's like Alcoholics Anonymous, but drinking is encouraged, this kind of group. I mean, fuck, that's the only way you can get through it. Just get hammered. and then self-flagellate about race?
Because I was just feeling, I was putting a lot of
My feelings, go back to feelings.
pressure on myself because I'm a white woman with privilege. Through some introspection, I was able to see that if what I want is peace, I have to feel peace within myself. And it doesn't take so much for me to get there. And I'm of way more use to the movement when I am fully embodying myself.
What are you talking about? Oh! So, oh, man, this... Oh, okay. So Newspeak, Orwellian Newspeak is designed to confuse and obfuscate what you're really saying. So, oh, man, this is so... I can't believe we're actually going to go back. But let's try to break down what Brie said.
Through some introspection, I was... Because...
Let's talk about the things that happen and let's talk about a way forward.
All right, go for it, Brie.
I think I feel the pull... We talked about this. It's like I was getting so burnt out because I was just feeling, I was putting a lot of pressure on myself because I'm a white woman with privilege. Through some introspection, I was able to see that if what I want is peace, I have to feel peace within myself. And it doesn't take so much for me to get there.
This is Orwellian Newspeak. This makes no fucking sense at all. So she said, I felt a pull in reference to nothing at all. And then she said, I felt kind of burnt out. So she's at the end of her tether because she has white privilege. And then she said it's not difficult for her to get there. And she's not saying where the fuck she's going. So that is clear-cut Orwellian doublethink. I'm exhausted, I'm burned out, but it's easy for me to get there. So it's two contradictory statements, and it's kind of designed to appeal to people who are looking for a little bit of meaning in their life or looking for something, and they look up to a celebrity like this, and they're not switched on enough and they're not interested enough in politics to really analyze what she's saying, and therefore they just kind of nod along and think, oh, it sounds kind of clever, and that's how they get involved with all this feels. That's a bedrock of leftist politics. That's all you need is the feels, and then the semantics and the proof in the pudding, so to speak, of their leftist policies are kind of irrelevant so long as you just vote for people with sparkly blonde hair like Brie Larson. Well, I don't know what to say about this. I don't know what to fucking say about it other than Brie Larson's channel is shit. So I'm surprised we actually got at least 5 minutes through that video. I didn't think we were going to get that far. But we did. So I'm proud of you. I'm really proud of you. That was hard. But, you know, we like to challenge you on the Johnny Massacre show, don't we?